Good morning. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Executive Insights.
The most informative podcast for aspiring and growing entrepreneurs.
I'm the CEO of Time and the founder of Time Foundation, Gervais Nelson, alongside my amazing co-host,
Marie Rose, CEO of Rosebud Studios and president of Rose Petals to Success.
So today we have the privilege of being here with an amazing guest. Please tell everyone who you are, what you do, and go for it. Do your thing.
My name is Miko. Go on Instagram, Miko's Jewelry Box. I am a serial entrepreneur. I do many things. I own a selfie museum, event space. I own a company called Miko Rent Out Philadelphia. I also own a boutique in the city where I help people that are going to be opening up stores. It's like a vendor store. I also do real estate, and I have a cleaning company. And yeah,
Oh,
and
she
I
was
hope
gonna keep going. Yes, I love it.
Thank you for taking time out your day to be with us.
You're welcome.
This week we have 3 really good questions.
Okay.
Marie, please tell everyone what they are.
So question 1, what is a critical step someone can take before officially launching their business? That's a good one.
All right.
Question 2, what are key elements of a compelling brand story, and how can a business effectively communicate it to their customers? Question 3, how can a business owner strategically reinvest profits to maximize growth while maintaining financial stability?
Like that.
All right, please understand that all of these questions are general advice from our experience. Even though you can apply it to your business, we want you to set up a one-on-one with either me, Gervais, or Miko so that we can customize the information to your business.
All right, with that said, feel free to drop your likes, comments, shares. Of course, subscribe. It's free, so why not? Let's get started. Question number 1, this is for our aspiring entrepreneurs. Thinking about starting a business, this question's for you. What is a critical step someone can take before officially launching their business? Want to go for it first?
Yeah, so for me, I think the critical step is, well, I don't know if it's critical, but I can't forget to make sure my name is available before I start shouting out my name to everybody. Sure. Making sure my social media handle is available. Because when you start saying something and it becomes popular, people begin to search out and start. They can easily take your stuff if you didn't secure your handles, your website. Make sure your name is available, and make sure you understand how to be able to describe your business, because you can't sell something that you don't know how to sell. So if you go to somebody and I'm going to start this party business, but I don't know what the price point is going to be. I don't know what I actually do. I don't know who I'm looking for. But you could throw this party over here. You have to be able to sell whatever it is that you're selling.
For me, it is that was really good, actually. I'm a big fan of soft launches. So once you get the business, once you secure the name, once you do all of those things, I like to call on my Facebook police and different things like that, friends and family who like to find flaws. And I kind of like to give my website and just let them go, oh, this don't work. This button don't work. This don't work. The donation button don't work. The checkout button don't work right. Oh, the spelling is wrong here. What is this supposed to mean? This link doesn't work. So I like to do all of those soft launch things with friends and family who like to be a little more critical, and I like to use that as a way to say, okay, and I promote it, like, please go find all the mistakes for me, so they can find all my flaws and all my mistakes, and then I can fix it when I'm ready for a hard launch. So I think that's a real critical step, because nothing's worse than having this giant rollout, having somebody who's ready to do business with you, and then you fumble a bag because they were ready to check out and they can't check out, and they're like, oh, this person ain't for real, or this company is football, or this company isn't ready for big time, or it's a gimmick. That's the first thing they think. So I'm really big on soft launches.
I'm gonna say a little different. I'm going to talk about more loving the business that you're getting into, and I'm gonna give you an example. I started my cleaning business, right? But I started it not knowing a lot about it, but what I found out, it was a lot of wear and tear on my body. So any business that you start, you really gotta love it, because it was times where I wasn't making no money, and there was times that I was making money, and then when you just gotta really love it. Like, I feel like a lot of people get into business because they see certain things, or and then it is about all the things y'all both said, but also you have to have a passion in that field, and it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work if you don't have a passion for it, because soon when it gets slow, you're gonna be like, this ain't for me, and that's why a lot of people give up and keep going to different things.
Very heavy on the why. Gotta have the why.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What are the key elements of telling a compelling brand story? And how can a business effectively communicate to its customers? For those who don't know what a brand story is, it's basically how do you connect with your customers and what are the key parts on how you connect with them. So I figure I'll break it down a little bit that way to give you guys some words and see what's going on. So for me, I'll take it since I took it that far. Authenticity. If you're not authentic in what it is that you're selling, if you're not authentic in your brand, you can get caught up lying about things that aren't real. You come across phony. People that you try to connect with, they're not really connecting with you, not vibing with you. I just met a guy the other day, and his mission statement and my mission statement were so aligned. We shot a reel today, and we had matching clothes on. Like, everything was just so authentic about what it is that we were doing. Like, we mean what we're doing, and it comes across. Like, people think we knew each other all our lives. I just met this guy 3 weeks ago, and we linked because we're very passionate about what it is that we're doing in the community. So that, for me, when you're telling a compelling brand story, you have to be authentic, and it comes across so fresh, and it comes across so strong, and people believe in it, and they want to buy into it. So for me, authenticity is number 1 when you're doing a brand story.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say, but yeah,
That's what I was going
I struggle with that because in the beginning, I wanted people to know why I wanted to do my business. I wanted people to know my struggles. I wanted people to know the journey of entrepreneurship. But I also wanted people to know I was successful. Because when people think you already got a bunch of clients and customers, then they want to buy from you. So I didn't want people to know I didn't have customers. But I wanted entrepreneurs to know that it was a struggle. So I really battled with my authenticity, okay?
You know,
Because I didn't know, I had to figure out who I was online for. Am I online for the business owners or am I online for my customers? So when I was this events-based person, I was online for my customers, which was the people booking events. So they needed to see that I was booked all the time. And that gave an image like, oh, she's distanced from all the other entrepreneurs and business owners because she in her own lane. I don't engage, I don't focus on anybody else in the industry because I'm really showing this image of me always booked. And I really was booked. It really works that way because it attracted a lot of people. So when all the other event spaces were struggling, I really never struggled, I can say, in 5 years because I kept that same image going. It wasn't until I built Rosebud and now I'm like, oh, this is my passion because I want people to see that there is a story. I want people to see that the rose is really my mother. Like, people don't know that. So they booked my event space and they didn't know that the rose was created not because it's my favorite flower, but because it's my mother's middle name. And I became Marie Rose. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got this story. Yeah. So now I'm showing them more of the authenticity of me, like who I am, what I went through my business. Yeah, I lost my first building, my second building, almost lost all my buildings in 1 year. Nobody knew that. But I overcame it and was able to rebuild a lot of times. But to everybody else, I just kept upgrading. You know, and that's your brand story. Being able to first, you can't tell a brand story until you figure out which one is your brand and who your customer is for that brand. So I had 2 brand stories. I had one that I was showing for my clients who I wanted to spend money with me because they needed to see that I was making money and other people wanted to spend money with me. And I have another brand story that is me, authentically me, where I am the face and not just the rose. And that is my journey through entrepreneurship so that I can encourage other entrepreneurs to build and grow.
For those who know me best, they know I love teaching. What she just spoke on was number 2, which is emotional resilience. Very strong key point in business storytelling. So you got the authenticity part down and the emotional resilience.
She done said everything. I don't even know if I can say. I mean, everything she said, but I'm going to just piggyback off what she, kind of like with my story. And she kind of knows me well. When I, started on Instagram, I'm very raw.
I already knew
not as much as I used to be, and a lot of people used to hate me for it, and a lot of people used to love me for it. I'm going to tell you my story, and I'll get on Instagram and tell you if my people about to get shut off. Like, look, I just got this shut off notice. But what people don't realize that when most of the people on Instagram, they make it look good. So imagine having somebody that has a business that's showing you like, oh, she struggled just like me. Oh, she going, and that's how I built my page up.
Yeah.
And I built my page up based off of me. My story is about me, and everything that all my businesses that I put on there, they're still buying me because they like, well, Miko is so real that I know she's not going to sell me no fake stuff. Like I do business right now where I'm taking people money, like, and they trusted me like $4,000 or $5,000. Like, Miko, I want that apartment here. Here's the money, based off of how I built me. It's me that they, So people need to understand it has to be you. When you're building your brand, it got to start with you. People have to fall in love with you, and then when they fall in love with you, you can sell flowers, you can sell salt, you can sell cars. They're gonna come buy you, and then the car too, because they trust you. So, yeah.
That component, I already knew what you were going to say, honestly, because I just felt that vibe from you off the bat.
Right.
That's the relatability component.
Right.
So you have the authenticity, you have the emotional resilience, you have the relatability, you got the key characters. I think we're all key characters, we're all faces of our business. And the other thing was, I can't think of what it is right now, but there's like 5 key components to brand storytelling that are very important. I can't think of what it is right now, but authenticity, emotional resilience, relatability, key characters, and consistency. And consistency.
But it's also too, like, your image could be, or your brand story could be a negative and a positive.
Yeah, it can.
Right? Because, and that's fine. Because the people who are negatively affected by your brand story are just not your customer.
That's right.
But at the same time, they talking about you. So if they talking about you, they gonna bring somebody to you, to your brand, that will maybe want to
That
be
happened to me
entertained.
so many times.
And social media, it really is affected by the negative story. Like, that's how you build. So when you see the people who have all this money and these big brands, but they don't have no followers, or the people who have a lot of followers and they don't have it, then you be like, wait, oh my gosh, they got all these followers, but at the same time, it's just that they are missing the component on how to monetize off of that negative story to now use that platform to have a positive impact. So it's just a different way of doing
Can I
it.
take you to the psychology of it? A lot of people that have the huge following and they have the different things and they have the negative story that goes with them. A lot of times they want to be the key character and they want to be relatable. Well, you can't be relatable and liked, because a lot of times relatability requires likeness.
Yes.
So you're trying to change your story, which now you're wavering on your authenticity, and you're not being consistent because you want to be liked more than you want to actually be in business and be relatable. You just got to be comfortable in your key character. And now, when all these terms back out, you got to be comfortable as your key character and want people to understand that I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be me. Like me doing what I'm doing right now, it's in me. I love to teach. I love to educate. It's what I do. So it's in me to just keep doing it. I know that rubs people wrong sometimes, but I can't help it. It's really just what I love to do. You either want to be informed, or you can take it as, oh, he's trying to show me up, or he's trying to show how smart he is. It's not. I'm actually trying to give you a head start on where you are. If you understand that it took me time to learn this, it took me 5, 6, 7 years to learn this. But imagine if you applied it on day one.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you 5 years.
I'm saving you 5 years on your journey. So you want to be in a battle with me about me being smart or sounding smart, or you want to save 5 years on your journey? It's up to you. I'm where I'm at right now. I know where I'm going. I want to save you time. You choose. I don't need to be liked. I'm going to get paid.
And let me piggyback off that.
Go for it.
That's how I always been. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You don't have to like me. And I have people that I might do one-on-ones with, and they have so much to say, but they like, Miko, I'm not like you. I just can't tell them. I can't do that, and I can't do that. And I say, guess what? If you was to do that, people will love you. But you're so afraid of what people are thinking, and that's not the people. The people that's going to be saying stuff. It's not the people that's going to be supporting you anyway. So why are you worried about them?
The people that like me love me, and I love them, and it's so
they get me,
and it blows
Let me tell
up
you
like
something.
100 times over.
People will be telling people, "Oh, that's just Miko. She yell and scream like that, but she good. She a good person.
Good person.
She good. Don't that yelling and cussing, but she got a good heart. Like you know the things that she do, like you know what I'm saying. But that's just her. So it's like, all right, well, I don't need those type of people. If you gotta explain that, then it's okay. I'll just take you. The one that's telling her, don't worry about her. I'm gonna just take you. I don't need her. So
And I think that's something too, where everybody try to get that one sale on everybody, want every
And
little
that's
sell,
not-
and that's not for me. That's not the customer client for me. So I'm really passionate about what I do. I'm really passionate about the people that I interact with and help. And if you can't take all of me, then I can't give you part of me.
That's
I'm
right.
all enough.
No,
of
that's
you.
true.
That's right.
And sometimes we get caught up, honestly, in feeling like this person is the person that we need to be in the room. Like, why is this person don't like me? Why is this person not saying that they want to give me these contracts? Why is this person only liking this person, or they giving this person opportunity? But really, I found out now, it took me all these years to realize that, but those are the people I don't need to be.
That's right.
Like, I looked up to these people, and now these people watching me to see what my move is, to see how they can make their move or how they can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, so now I became their inspiration. So that wasn't the person for me. I really had my standards too low. And yeah, that's a big issue.
Question number 3. This is for our established business owners looking to scale up. Got your longevity, maybe hit that plateau, and looking for some fresh energy pumped inside you. How can a business owner strategically reinvest profits to maximize growth while maintaining financial stability?
So I'm a jumper. So whenever you go to these questions, when you ask about strategically reinvesting profits, like, I just always be like, oh man,
Here we
because I know I'm a jumper. I'm very much just the person be like, all right, throw it all in. All right, oh, this is an opportunity. I'm gonna just throw it all in and I'm gonna think second. And it really wasn't until, I guess, like this last year when I was like, all right, I'm closing my event spaces. And I didn't even make no announcements. Miss Look, she don't even know.
What the? Yo.
So, like, I literally, December 2023, I closed one. Then February 28th that just passed, I closed the other one. And I said it before, I tried to run. I'm just a person that's like, all right, and I was in my prime. So for most people, like, making $10,000 a month, they like, oh my gosh, that is gold. For me, I was like, man, I'm tired of this. Let me just cancel it out, and this is not my passion. I chase my passion. And at this point in business, I want what makes me happy.
For sure.
And what makes me happy is having time for my family. What makes me happy is not having health issues where I gotta sit down because I'm sick, because I got so much stuff on my plate, but I'm trying to juggle everything that's on this calendar and every opportunity. I'm no longer chasing opportunities.
Come on.
Because if every time I chase, it's so many things I gotta do to chase.
Yeah.
And so many people I gotta meet and so many conversations that I need to have. So it's like, for me at this point, I'm chasing what makes me happy. I'm chasing what keeps me stress free. I'm chasing what aligns with my self-care. And so right now I'm putting into that. Like, I'm bringing in, but I'm not in a rush to bring in. Like, I'm not pounding for customers. When people are like, oh, you're not advertising about your studios no more. I do, but I don't. Like, because what's for me is for me. So if they truly understand the experience of Rosebud, if they truly understand what you get when you get involved with Rosebud, the customer is going to come to me because my clients is going to speak for me. And so with me chasing and finding out who my customer is every day, I'm just trying to get money. I'm trying to chase the first person that's going to pay me for something.
Right.
But what is that going to get me down the run of me chasing the second payment, me having different issues because I settled. So right now, I really am reinvesting in my business and ways to build and expand without me having to be the person to do all the work.
So I could basically say everything that she just said is basically how I am now. I was supposed to start a new business. I got the logo made, a kid business. I got everything made right before this is not a new business, but when this business started really doing good. So something was like, Miko, why do you keep opening up different businesses and the selfie room is suffering because, like I said, I got an eye condition. Every time I get sick, like today, I gotta keep putting medicine in. It's like you take your money, so when you make a lot of money or a certain amount, you feel like you gotta go open up another building over here. But all that is taken away from my kids. This is the first time ever in my life that I made a big amount in 1 month. I never made this much money in a month. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on what's in front of me. I'm
Yep.
not doing no new things, nothing new. Focus on what's in front of you. Make sure they're operating at a high level. I hired a personal assistant. So now I'm just again, it's my time. I'm talking about going to Miami more often, like doing stuff for myself. Or not Miami, I'm gonna go to AC and get a 5-star hotel, and relax. But now it's more about me. So when I make my money now, I used to make it and say I want to do other things. Now I just want to invest in just what I have in front of me. All my money needed. I own a production studio, the set studio, the selfie room, Miko renting out Philly. And like I said, my cleaning business, there's no need for me to go to make money from those things to put in something totally new. Just make that work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like all those is too much right now. But yeah, so that's my answer.
Dope on all aspects. For me, it was starting another type of business. I ventured into the nonprofit space and just started a nonprofit that aligned with my for-profit company so that I can do some of the things that I like to do as passion projects and actually doing it and getting the funding and resources. So I never lost the passion for what it is I love to do. So it never really felt like a new job. So I just started a new business and another lane for my business. So I kind of work both simultaneously. And another good way to reinvest your money is to expand on your services. I think y'all both kind of hinted on it, but now instead of, all right, now I'm gonna get, you said the studio, get another studio with a better camera, better lens, and now instead of the studio room, hypothetically, I'm just throwing out something, you get the 3D experience room where you get the virtual reality. So just expanding on a service that you currently already have. For me, it was getting different software to offer a different service so that when I do designs for people, I can now offer a different service. Now I can give you a 2D format and I can give you a 3D one. Well, that 2D one, I do it for, say, $200, but the 3D one costs $1,000. It's up to you. What do you want?
Yeah.
So it's the same way I still invested in my same business, but now I'm just expanding on the actual service to make more money in the same business.
Under that one,
So
that's good.
that was just one that I love to do. I just reinvest into the same business, and it's your business, so it's your platform. If you decide with your business you want to start selling merchandise, I might buy more material and better material to sell more business in that business. It's my platform. It's whatever I say it is. I don't have to actually start a whole new thing.
That's right.
On this time, my favorite time. All right, we was on transparency a lot, so I'm gonna dive right there. Moment of transparency. This is for entrepreneurs coming with. We're gonna talk about the highs, the lows. See what I mean? I don't prepare them. I just go with the Bible. What's happening? What's a major setback that you experienced as a business owner, and how did you turn it into a learning opportunity?
All right, I'm gonna go first, only because this one was really, I've done it numerous times. So when my first event space got shut down after 5 months, I told myself and my vendors that I would give me 60 days. I didn't know these people from nothing because I was just starting business. I told them, y'all, give me 60 days, I'm gonna have a 2.0. I didn't know what the hell that 2.0 was gonna look like. I didn't know where it was gonna come from. I ain't had no money. I didn't have nothing, but I was determined because everybody told me I shouldn't have did it in the first place. So I said, okay, I'm going to find a building. So I started making cold phone calls. I found a building. This new building that I found was my location at Devon Marquise in Port Richmond. And when I got this location, it was fully painted for me. I just opened the door. I didn't have to do anything to it. And my grand opening was the day that they finished the paint. They finished the paint on December 6th. It had a grand opening December 7th. I made it a community event, and I reached out to all these people in the city. I had chefs from all over the city donate 2 foil pans because I told them it was a give back for the community, so they provided the food. So I had 5 chefs, 10 pans of full food. And this was gourmet food, like it was real
That good stuff.
And then I had all the event space owners, I told them I needed them to drop off hats and gloves and scarves. And that's what they did. They bought hat, gloves, and scarves. So I had a table set up with that. And I went and got some plastic tablecloths because at this point I had no money. I used my paycheck every 2 weeks and I paid the rent, the down payment for the new place. And I told them that my accountant was only able to disperse my money every 2 weeks, but really it was my paycheck. And I paid for the place, and I took pictures every time I dropped the check off so that I could advertise the corner of the space with 2.0 coming soon. And I was doing tours, telling people that, virtual tours, but really it was just pictures. And I was telling them that to give me their security deposit and it's fully refundable after December 7th, because I know y'all gonna love it, but that's not what I'm showing it until December 7th because it's exclusive. So I took 5 security deposits that added to my down payment. And when I opened, they loved it.
Wow.
And that's how I turned a setback into
Major step forward.
Yeah, and then I did it again.
For me is non-reliable employees. Major setback. So many times when I went out and I looked and showed up at job sites and people didn't show up. I had to call on my own sons. I had to call my own family to help me out complete jobs. Luckily, they were of age where they could understand. They've been doing a couple of small jobs with me, so we were able to take on some bigger challenges. And stay over there nodding. And we had some times. It was some heartbreak times. Never quit, never panic. Never told anybody like, oh, we can't do it today, we'll come back out, because that looks unprofessional. So we just knocked them out, and it happened quite a few times. And I think the lesson I learned from it was, and these are people that were on payroll, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try something different. I started 1099 people, and I started working on the collaborations, and I started finding people who were really good at what they did, and it was like, hey, you want to take over my business, you know how to operate it. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna offer my services for what I do well on the back end to find you more work. I'll take care of the paperwork. I'll take care of your contracts. I'll take care of all of that stuff. You continue to do what you do. And when I need you, I'll grab you. When you need me, come grab me. I don't want to take over your business. You still operate as an independent. I'll operate as an independent. And we'll collaboratively work when needed. And it has worked so well to where I just became a 1099 king, which helped out with my overhead, it helped out with my workers' compensation, it helped out with so many different things, because in our field it's not a 12-month thing. There's gaps, there's slow periods, and in the process we just ended up building a network that we're really about 4 businesses that work together as one when needed.
That's dope.
And no one has a big head, no one has an ego. That was Operation 1. It was like a sit down at the table, and I took everybody to lunch, and we just talked like, listen, for us to survive, we need to do what we need to do, and we need to work together and pull it off. Everybody knows what they do well, and it's a big co-op, honestly, and we just pull it off and we just do it. And I just love it, and I guess they made me the president of it because it was my idea, but honestly, I don't really care who's the head of anything, as long as it works. And
that's awesome.
Everybody's happy, everybody's making more money than they ever made. Some people don't like the limelight. Camera always seems to find my face for whatever reason. And it's just growing and blooming and becoming a thing. And I haven't had to tap my kids for any jobs unless I needed to or unless I wanted to. And I just want to spend time with them and work with them. But I haven't needed to say, come on out, I need you to do this job with me. So that was the setback
awesome.
And learning lesson.
Yes.
All right, come on, what's your setback?
Setback that I could think of, like off the top of my head, you kind of made me think of something, is when when my event space got shut down by L&I. And I think I had about 35 parties booked. Probably had about $15,000 worth of deposits pending for parties, and got shut down. Because I didn't know about zoning. I didn't know. I thought you could just get a space and just get some cute tables and chairs. Didn't know nothing about it. L&I came and shut me down, put the Candy Cane sign outside, and told it tells all your violations. And basically, how I overcame that was, first of all, I was embarrassed when they put the Candy Cane sign outside. The Candy Cane sign is violations. It tells you basically that I don't have none of the license that is required. And people from Instagram was taking pictures of it. They was talking about it. It was a big thing around the neighborhood where I had my space was. So I just kind of like went in a deep depression shell for like 3 days. And I said, Miko, come on. You got to bounce back. You got to figure this out. So once I came out of that shell, it was like, all right, what can you do different that you did last time that you did? So when they shut me down and I had to go in the front of the zoning board, they turned me down at the zoning board, but I learned how to go in front of the zoning board. I said, oh, you got to represent yourself. Oh, you got to do it this way. Oh, you got to. okay, so this is what you did wrong. Oh, when you're looking for an event space, really you shouldn't even be looking for spaces that got residentials around, because that's considered a nuisance. So I really educated myself, and then after that, I opened up another space, but that wasn't the space. The space that I opened up is the one that I have now, which is the selfie event space. But I knew how to do my zoning. I knew what to say if I had to go in front of a zoning judge, because there's certain stuff that you can't even say when you go apply for zoning. If you say one wrong word, they're going to put you in a category, like, because they don't have a whole bunch of categories. They're going to put you under this, or that.
Yeah.
So what I learned was everything about zoning. And I was like, oh, okay. So now when it was time for me to do the stuff for the selfie room, I was real knowledgeable about it and really didn't have no problems, you know what I'm saying? So because I educated myself more on zoning. So it's kind of what happened with me. So it's kind of like I went through something, I learned, and now I know how to educate. And then bring it back to the community and help people and tell them. Because people really think it's about because they'll call me now, I want to, can this be an event space? I said it's not zoned for event space.
Or daycares too.
Or daycares, yeah, it's not zoned. Y'all just think y'all can get a building. You gotta see the zoning. What is the zoning on it?
Yeah.
CMX1, CMX2, CMX3, CMX4. It's so much that goes to it. So you gotta really educate yourself so you don't be putting money down on a building that can't do what you want.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
That's dope. That was amazing. We're going to close out. Any special shout outs or anything going on or anything that you want to talk about? I have one.
Oh, go ahead then. Because you don't never have no announcements.
I never had no announcements. I finally had one.
What you got going?
So this Sunday, starting at 1 o'clock, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, from the 13th, 14th, and 15th, we will be working with Men of Courage on Germantown Avenue. 4821 Germantown Avenue. We're encouraging young men to come out, ages 12 to 21, 22. We're going to come out. We're having a landscape workshop. Going to teach you guys how to take care of lawns, grasses. That's only part of it. I teach about entrepreneurship, how to start your business, and how to run any business in the service industry. Landscape is just my portion of it. I hide everything behind it, and the work ethic and everything that it takes to run a business successfully. And that will be Sunday, April 13th, 14th, and 15th, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock at 4821 Germantown Avenue, Men of Courage.
Awesome. All right. No, I really don't have nothing. Do you have anything you want to say?
First, I just want to thank y'all. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so happy. This was so beautiful. Like I said, I thought like all the stuff that being late, I was like, I hope I don't be late because I don't like being late. But I just like to thank you for inviting me. This was so nice, and I felt real comfortable. This is the first time, like you interviewed very well.
Thank you.
Very, even breaking it down. Like I was just like, at first I was like, once you broke it down the way you did, yeah, you good. You real good. I see why you be the face.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I also want to talk about Miko renting out Philadelphia. If anybody interested in getting a building for a daycare, home care agency, an event space, or anything, hit me up, Miko renting out Philadelphia on Instagram.
Awesome.
That's it.
All right, with that said, be sure to subscribe, stay inspired, always keep creating. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.